Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about some baby products that I both really love and some that I really just wouldn't buy again. Alright, here is my plethora of baby products. And just a quick note before we get started, none of this is sponsored. This is just my opinion of my own personal experiences with these products. Alright, so first off I have the Little Remedies New Baby Essential Kit. I really like the Little Remedies products. I started off by getting the gripe water for Livy when she was like gassy and she seemed to have an upset stomach, and it really helped settle her stomach out. And I just love that this has more natural ingredients in it, and it's not full of a lot of different stuff that we really don't want in our babies. And it comes with a little nasal aspirator, which is great because it has a smaller tip than the more traditional ones. And we have some saline drops, fever and pain relief, the gripe water, gas drop relief, butt paste, and it has little syringes. So that is a definite recommendation. Alright, so next, the Nook bottle. I like the Nook bottle because Livy is a breastfed baby. She does not use bottles often. That being said, there are times that I want her to be able to take a bottle. And I started off with a more traditional bottle with a more traditional nipple, and she did really well on it at first, and then she just stopped taking it. She just refused, and she would not take any bottles like that. But this one's great because the nipple on this represents the mom more, and it's just more natural for them. This was great when she wouldn't take another bottle. Finally found this one, and it was such a relief to know that she would take a bottle if it was the right bottle. So I recommend the Nook bottle. Alright, these are so cute. Little baby sunglasses. They're so adorable, and they work really great when she was about 2 months old and she couldn't take them off her face yet. These are the smallest sunglasses that you can buy for a baby. Now, this is what she does. She takes them right off. So I would recommend them for a teeny tiny baby, but once they are able to touch their faces, I would no longer recommend them because they just take them off and they'll get lost and all that. I would recommend buying ones that have the strap around them. I have yet to do that. I need to get those kind. Thank you, Livy. You're a very cute model. Mwah. Moving on. Bibs. Let's talk bibs, alright? I only really ever knew about these kind of bibs, right? They're like your traditional bibs, just square-like, hook in the back. So I got a lot of these. People gave me a whole bunch, made sure I stocked up on these, and as it turns out, I don't really use these that much. As soon as they get food on them, they're soiled, you gotta throw them in the wash, and you go through them really fast when you use these. They're not that attractive on the baby, not that you're going for attractive, but still, like, they're not that cute. And I just found that I was always out of them, and for me it's hard to get the stains out. I'm sure there's tricks for that, but I don't want to take the time. So for me, they don't work great. So a great alternative to that has been this kind of bib, the silicone bibs, and it has the little food pouch on it. This is a game changer. You just wipe off the food that falls on it, and you can wash it out, and the food, it catches the food, so when she drops all that food down her front, she just, you know, starts eating it out of the bib. And I can just keep using it and using it and using it, and I don't have to throw a soiled bib back into her diaper bag when we're out and about. And this has been really, really great. I would highly recommend getting a silicone bib. And for teething, I love these bandana bibs. They are so cute on the baby. So here's Livy modeling the bib. Look how adorable. These bibs are great because when they're teething and they need to wear a bib all the time, which Livy really hasn't had to too much, just once in a while, these ones are actually cute, and I would keep this bib on my baby. Thank you, Livy. So I don't really even have a use for these kind of bibs anymore. I go with my bandana bibs for when she's teething, and then the silicone bibs for eating, and then I just keep a couple of these on hand just in case, but I don't really even use them anymore. We have, I love this, organic teething oil. I needed something that was more natural and that I wouldn't be afraid to use, and after reading the reviews, I decided to go with this. Livy loves the taste of this. It has, let's see what we have here. organic lavender oil, organic clove leaf oil. Livy loves the way that this tastes, and she gets really excited when she sees me get this out, and she lets me put it right on her gum. It's super simple, and you just rub a little bit on there, and it really seems to help her. She is currently teething now. She's getting her 5th tooth in, and she has been so cranky. This has been the crankiest tooth so far, and I got this out, I put some on her, and she was way happier after. It really seems to work. So that is definitely a win. Nail clippers. So I use these. They have like the really big base on them and then really little clippers, and they work all right. I also have the electric ones that have like the round sander on the front. Me personally, I would not recommend those. I did not have a good experience with them, and Livy never sat still enough for me to use them on her. And unlike what other people have said, my baby did not stay asleep trying to use that on her, so there's just no way I could even use it. And now when I try to use it, she just keeps grabbing for it. She wants to play with it. It ends up falling. The batteries fall out. The whole case falls over. Everything falls out, and it's a huge mess. So I don't even bother with it, and I just use these. I go the simple route. So I don't recommend getting the bigger electric one. Didn't work well for us. A sound machine. This is my sound machine. I actually had this for a long time before I had Livy because I always needed white noise to sleep, so I just got this, and it's been working really well for Livy. My husband hates the sound machine, but I love it and Livy loves it, and I love that it helps block out other noise around us. It blocks out other noise for her, so even if we are still up and around, it's not really, you know, it doesn't really bother her because it cancels out some of that noise. And this one in particular has so many different options on it, and you can do music. There's so many different fan options. You can set a timer on it and the volume, and it's really great. I really, really love this sound machine, and yeah, I would definitely recommend a decent sound machine. Nubby Mighty Blender. Alright, so this is a baby food blender because we opted to make all of Livy's food ourselves. And this is the baby food blender. Somebody got it for me, which is great. We've used this a fair amount to make baby food for Livy, and what I have to say about it is that it works just like any other blender. I really don't find it anything special. I do like that to get it going, you simply push down. You just put it on here and you push and it goes, and I love that. It's so convenient. But other than that, the food still doesn't blend well, but it gets the job done. So I don't really not recommend it, but I also don't really recommend it. It does what it's supposed to do, but there's really nothing special about it. It does come with another size, so this is to make a larger amount of baby food, and then there's a small one on it for more like a single serve. Really nothing special. If I were going to get a different one, I would definitely get something else that has more frills probably. This is a baby pouchy maker, and you get a box of baby pouchies to go with it. You have your little bags of baby pouchies, and then these just go on the top. You take a pouchy out and it screws underneath it here. You load your food in, and then you push down and it fills up your little pouchy, and then you have little homemade pouchies, and it's awesome. I love being able to make pouchies for her, and it's great to have a way to do that. The one thing I will say about this is that this has 3 ports on top, so you could fill 3 pouchies at the same time, and I really don't see any point in that. If I were going to get a different one, I would simply get a single fill, because it gets pretty messy when you're trying to do all 3. You have more things to wash, and it just, yeah, it ends up getting really messy and complicated, and then it's bigger than it needs to be. So yeah, I would just get a single fill to just fill 1. But I definitely love the pouchy maker. Next, nursing covers. I know everybody has their own opinions about nursing covers. My opinion now is just to lose it completely. I don't really mind nursing in public. Other people aren't so comfortable. I would just simply use a blanket. The cover is awkward. It kind of looks like an apron, got like an apron on. As soon as that baby starts using their hands, they just take it and yank it, and it does nothing for you anyways, and it's awkward to put on, it's awkward to carry around, and found it a ton easier to just use a blanket to cover up with, or just not use anything at all. So I would not really invest in a nursing cover, and I definitely wouldn't invest in this one. It's been sitting in my diaper bag for months without being touched. Baby carriers. Okay, this one is the, I don't really know how to say it, Infantino. This one, and it's just a simple, you know, $25 baby carrier. You can carry on the front, you can use it as a backpack, carry the baby on the back, and it works well for what it's intended for. I don't really think it would work great with a chubby baby. Livy is a pretty small baby, so it works okay, but I think that the leg holes are a little bit small for a chubby baby, and this is really uncomfortable for me. I wear it for a few minutes and my back starts hurting pretty bad. Even wearing it on the front, it starts hurting pretty bad. It's more comfortable to wear it on the back than it is the front because it's kind of awkward on the front, but either way, it just really makes my back hurt. But I do use it once in a while, and it's also really hard to put her in here and put her on my back by myself. You can do it, but it is difficult, and it's difficult to take her back off of your back by yourself too, so I would just invest in a higher quality, nicer, non-cheap wrap, like, baby carrier thing. I mean, it works for its intended purpose, but that's it. It's not comfortable, and I don't really think it would work for bigger babies. The Moby wrap. I love my Moby wrap. Livy is getting too big for her Moby wrap now. She's 9 months old, and it's just, it gets harder to put her in there. But I still use it on occasion, and she sleeps in it really well for me. It's really comfortable for me to wear the Moby wrap, and it can be a little bit confusing to figure out how to put it on at first, but once you figure it out, it's super easy, and I really loved the Moby wrap. Wouldn't work great in the summer if it's really hot because it is a lot thicker and there's a lot of fabric over the baby, so it's not that breathable, but it was really great in the winter time, and I could put my coat right on over it, and that's what we did most of the time. And I really enjoy the Moby wrap, and it's really easy to store, it's easy to take places with us. I definitely recommend the Moby wrap. The Bumbo Seat. We picked up a used Bumbo Seat, and in my opinion, it's not worth it. These things are like 50 bucks or more new, and I wouldn't spend that money on a Bumbo Seat. Livy never really used it. She'll sit in it and then she'll climb back out. She can already climb out of it. When she was smaller and I put her in here to help her sit, she was too small and she would kind of lean way over to the side, so we couldn't use it. And by the time she was big enough for it, she was sitting by herself and I really didn't need it. And then as soon as she could sit by herself, she could climb out of it, and it was kind of dangerous, so we really didn't get any use out of the Bumbo Seat. High chair. This is the high chair setup we've been using for Livy so far. It is a travel high chair, and it clips under the chair and behind the chair, and it's a really nice small portable size, and we used it in our apartment. We just put it on a chair, you know, strapped it to it, and it worked well. And here in the camper, we just put it on the bench and it works well. You can put it on the floor. It's really easy to just take with you. We took it camping with us. You could bring it to a restaurant with you. You can really take it anywhere, and it's super convenient. If I had a bigger space though, I would definitely get a full-size high chair because I think it would be way more convenient, and it's kind of hard to clean around this, and it can get annoying, but it's really great for its intended purpose. So I would say if I could do it again, I wouldn't use this as a primary high chair if I had the space, but it's definitely great for a travel high chair, and it works really, really well for that. As it is, it's a travel high chair. This is a product I have not tried yet. It is a little toothbrush thing. You put the toothbrush on your finger and brush like that, but I am really excited to try this one. Livy will not let me wipe off her teeth with the cloth, and she's got 4 of them now, almost 5. So I picked this up hoping she'll let me at least use this. So really excited to try this, and I'll let you know how that goes. One thing I recommend to everybody is a taggy toy. This is Livy's taggy toy. She loves her taggy toy. I found out that Livy loved tags as soon as she started playing with stuff. She just would take the tags on the stuffed animals, whatever she had, it was the tag she was after. She sees a tag, she would go get that tag. Loved playing with tags. So they actually make toys that have little things coming off them everywhere that resemble tags. And this has been Livy's car seat and stroller toy, and she loves it. It will keep her entertained for a very long time. So I recommend a taggy toy to everybody. And I have one final recommendation to make for you. This is a 9-month-old baby. If you do not have one, I would highly recommend that you get one. They're smart, they're smiley, they're cuddly, they're fun, they keep you up sometimes, they keep you really busy, they keep you on your toes, but they're so lovable and huggable and squeezable and smiley. So I just cannot say enough good things about this. There's really not that much negative. And if you don't have one of these, you've got to get one for yourself. You're just missing out. So I 10/10 would recommend, and out of all these things that I showed you today, this would be my #1 recommendation. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fun family content and helpful content like this. Don't forget to turn on your bell notification so that you never miss a video. I mean, come on. Can you really resist this face?